Hi everyone, welcome to Fearless Gray. How are you? This week, Fearless Gray is going to be Fearless Gray Friendship Week, and we're going to delve into friendship in the Fearless Gray years, which I think is really different than friendship at any other point in your life. Before I wanted to give a recap of last week's show. On Thursday, we talked about the adventure scale, and number one on the adventure scale was, of course, get off the couch, eat chocolate, which I haven't done yet today, so I need to get my butt in gear and eat some chocolate. And we talked about our scale is not good or bad, like 1 is not bad and 10 is not great. All of them are important, like getting off the couch and eating chocolate every day, super important. And number 10 on our scale is actually bad. We want to avoid 10 because 10 on our adventure scale is bye-bye. And we don't want to do that. So we wanted to hit our scale kind of in that 4, 5, 6 range, which is pushing our limits, doing exciting things, but not actually like going to the hip replacement zone of 7, 8, 9. And to wrap up that show last week, I was talking with my mom, who's always very smart, and I'm learning more and more to listen to her. And she's like, Jennifer, you talked about like physical fearlessness, doing new things, but she's like, don't forget about like fearlessness and like doing the things you need to do, like go to the doctor. If you're avoiding going to the doctor because you're nervous, or going to a meeting about something that would be important to you, but you're afraid to go. So I think like next week or so we'll delve into kind of the other types of fearlessness that we need to have when we get to be this age. Anyways, so Fearless Gray Friendship Week. I've been thinking a lot about friendship in the Fearless Gray years, and I wanted to kick off early in our series, our Fearless Gray show, talking about friendship, because I think so much about like living an engaged, passionate life, it gets to the core, it's having friends. I think when we realize like when we get to the Fearless Gray age, like things are changing, like our children are not home, they're moving and they're doing their life, they're starting to create, their adult life, and we help them, but they don't need us in the same way, and we don't have that daily same connection of them being in our home, because our children, I think, well, the nice thing is I think when they're younger, you can't really be their friends, but as they get older, they kind of meld into that interesting family friend thing. Like I know I would say I have a lot better, closer friendship with my daughters now that I'm not trying to parent them through high school. But so much like of my friends revolved around activities that were when my children were home, getting involved in, the volunteering that I did around their school stuff. So I had friends that I volunteered with. I had friends that I sat on the sports field with. I had friends that we knew through church through them. And once your kids are gone, so many of those friendships just kind of, they don't disappear, but you don't see, they're the friends that you really see on an everyday basis to like solidify your friendship. So now that we're at the Fearless Gray years, who are these friends? Who do we want these friends to be that are going to give meaning to our, our daily existence, that gives us, the love and the feeling of being part of something that friendship can bring. And I think, so this week we're going to talk about friendship in different ways, like those momentary friendships that you can create in someone's life that make their day. We're going to talk about, I'm going to try to get a friendship forum together with some of my friends just to talk about it. We're going to talk about what happens when you lose your best friend, which, in divorce is often, I was listening to a show that most people's best friend is their spouse. So what happens when you get to be Fearless Gray age and you lose your best friend? Or also, if it's another, or just outside of your family and you use a friend to like moving, or friend to, illness and that. So what happens when you lose your best friend at this age? I want to talk about ways that you can make new friends and opportunities. So I don't think when we come to Friday, we're going to figure out exactly what Fearless Gray Friendship means. I think it's just something that we're going to be thoughtful about, and I hope you guys give input on the comments, because I think it's friendship at Fearless Gray years is kind of, it's always changing, so I'd like to have your input, because I know I do not have a handle exactly what it means. I'm just trying to think about it more. So I invite you to join me all week as we talk about friendship in different ways. And please, 2 things before we delve into this a little bit more. Please share this show if you have Fearless Gray age friends, or even if they're younger. We love them too. I have lots of younger than Fearless Gray age friends. Probably most, actually, because I'm the old mom in most groups. Please share this show. And so we can get input from everyone about what do we do with friendships at the Fearless Gray age. Also, please put on your notifications for BubblrMedia so you don't forget to tune into the show. If you have your notifications on, you'll get a notification that we're going live. But also, you could also mark it on your calendar. It's 9:30, Monday through Thursday. And sometimes we have a bonus Friday, 360 Fearless Gray. Last week I was going to have one, excuse me, but it didn't materialize. But I'm going to be better about that. Okay, friendship at a Fearless Gray age. So why is it difficult? I kind of, earlier in your life, I was thinking about all the points in your life. It's really much easier to make friends. You go to school, there's all these children in grade school who don't, they may have a few friends, but they're open to meeting new people. You go to middle school, you're starting to get involved in some activities, so you're meeting a new group of friends as far as the activities you do. You go to high school, you have a better sense of yourself. People are drawn to who you are, and there's, again, people wanting to make new friends. You're trying new things, meeting new people. So friendship is much easier at that age. You go to college, you live on a dorm with 40 people who don't know each other. So everyone is scrambling to make new friends. So again, you're not the only person on the dorm floor trying to make new friends. You go to work, you meet new people, you're able to decipher like you're a work person, you're a work friend. You have opportunities going throughout our life to make it a little bit easier to meet friends, I think, than Fearless Gray age. You have kids, you meet your friends who they parent the same, or they have the kids doing the same activities, you belong to the same church and you're doing the same religious education of your children. You give volunteering activities and you meet friends who want to also volunteer and make a difference in their community. Again, you're still having these opportunities of people coming together who also want and need friends. Well, you get to be the Fearless Gray age and there's still people who want and need friends. Because let's talk about the reasons that you would come to Fearless Gray age and need friends. So if a lot of your friends were around like your children's activities and the community that your children are in, working and volunteering in that, so that kind of dissipates. So that's one reason we need new friends. Another reason is changed life experiences. So illness, divorce, friends moving away. There's a lot of times there's so much shifting that are pulling friends out of your life because you have to live, like just for example, I can speak to divorce. So when you go into divorce, in a way you pull away from your friends because they're living that life you thought you were going to live. We thought we were just going to stay and do all the couple things that I still see my friends out there doing. So you kind of pull away because you have to figure out, okay, who am I going to be? Where am I going to fit in? And then you can come kind of out of your cave and like, okay, I need friends, but you kind of need friends who understand where you are in life. And so that's another reason to change life. You have friends or people who go through illness, and you're going through illness. And what I've really found is that it's much easier to be there for someone when you live that experience. So friends, you go through illness, you need to find friends who are been through the illness. Death, we get to that age where it's more common, and you need friends who have lived the grief. And so I think we get to this point in our life where there's all these different experiences happening, and more often that we need to find our friends who have had that shame experience and can get down to the kind of the gut level of what you're living and be there for you. Moving away. One of my closest and dearest friends, like I was fortunate enough, she moved in the house across of mine. And we spent every day together practically. We did the same activities, we worked out together, we did everything together. And then her husband's career took her to another state. So you lose that friendship. And so you get to Fearless Gray age and there's a lot of things that are just pulling your friends away from you. And you need to stand back and think, who are my friends going to be and what do I need? The other thing is, why do I need friends is your kids are leaving. Your house has become an empty house and you have all this more time. And so how are you going to fill that time? Dogs are great and cats are great, but you need friends. So where do we find these friends? I guess that's what we're going to delve into more this week. I think as I'm thinking about how do you find friends, I think you need to be open. I think you need to be open when somebody reaches out, like maybe if you're at that gut level and need a friend to understand your experience and people reach out, be open to that person as a friend. because they can help you through that moment, that week, that month, that year. They can become a life friend. I think you need to be engaged in life. You can't just sit home and think friends are going to come to you. You need to go out and do the things that you like to do. So you need to be engaged, you need to be open, you need to be understanding, I think, of others. Not only do you need friends to come to you, but there'll be moments, especially in Fearless Gray years, where you need to be a friend to someone, and you need to be understanding and be aware of when you need to be the friend. Anyways, that's just kind of what we're going to delve into this week. And like I said, we're not going to come to Friday and have Fearless Gray friendship figured out. It would be nice if we did. But I think there's just so many intricacies, and it's just so important at the core of what Fearless Gray is about is if you're going to live an engaged, passionate life, who are those people that you're going to live it with? Anyways, so Fearless Gray lingo, silly me, flamingo lingo, I should wrote it down. Oh, my flock has my tail feathers. That's our flamingo lingo of the week. Anyways, flock on. We'll see you tomorrow when we delve more in depth about Fearless Gray from friendship. Bye-bye.